And good morning, Internet. We're on the coffee this morning. It's a little early for wine. I do hope you're all well out there. And today we're going to be looking at the fluid scale stylings of Joe Satriani, no less. And so I've got the Katana Mini up here with us. Protesting slightly, but it's giving me a rather nice delay function, which I hadn't realised it was there. Right, if you're familiar with this channel, it's lovely to see you both again. If not, then you will find all the examples here tabbed out in the blog. I'll link that in the description. So let's crack on. Now, the first three ideas we're going to look at here aren't direct transcriptions of Satriani stuff. What they are basically illustrations of the way he conceptualizes, how he thinks about scales. And so we're going to begin with a little single string drill. And this is a legato idea based around the A major scale. All these first three examples are going to be in A. I'm starting here on the A note, 17th fret on the high E string. And here's my little 6-note legato cell. I'm going to start with the C sharp on the 21st fret, pulled off to the A on the 17th fret, hammer the B on the 19th, hammer the C sharp again on the 21st, come back to the 19th fret, and then the 17th fret. So get that idea good and solidly worked into the fingers, and then what we're going to do next is map that across the A major scale. So I'm going to there's my A there, G sharp on the 16th fret, F sharp on the 14th fret, E on the 12th, D on the 10th, C sharp on the 9th, B on the 7th, and A there on the 5th. And I'm going to do this little cell working from each note of the scale. So then move down, start from the G sharp, start from the F sharp, start from the E, start from the D, C sharp, B, and A. Let's try doing that again without cocking it up. There we go. So we break that down, show you it slowly. And there we go. That's a great one for building stamina and strength and fluidity in the left hand. And you'll notice there that I'm not doing any picking with my right hand at all here. In fact, to make sure that I don't get any unwanted string noise, I'm resting my pick hand thumb, this part here, just over the B through to low E strings. If you're familiar with this and you watched Steve Vai's episode last month, then you'll notice there's a startling similarity between some of the stuff that I transcribed for him and Joe Satriani. But of course that's not really any coincidence, because Satriani did teach Vi. So there's inevitably going to be a fairly strong crossover of style ideas. Okay, moving on then. So we're going to tackle a 2-string approach here. And what I'm going to do is look at these scales and think of them in 6-note groups. So here's my first 6-note group. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp. That's 10, 12, 14 on the B, and then the same on the E. Then I'm going to look at a 6-note group starting from the B. B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 16. And I'm also going to go behind and start from the G sharp here on the 9th fret, so G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E. And if you're not familiar with these ideas of string groups and sort of scale fragments, I do have a very interesting book available, which I've left over here. Here we are. Progressive guitar training and dealing with pentatonics and diatonic scales, which is available on Lulu and Amazon and also on eBay. I've discovered some copies, which I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, but oh well. And here's the demonstration of the idea tabbed out in the blog. So nice and melodic, finishing up on the A root note, and what I'm doing here is picking the 10th fret on the B string, so that's my A root note, hammering the 12th fret, hammering the 14th fret, then up onto the high E string, pick the 10th, hammer 12, 14, and come back to 12 and 10, and then down onto the 14th fret, 14, pull off to 12 to 10, hammer onto 12 to 14, and then I'm back up onto the high E string, pick the 10th, hammer 12, 14, pull off to 12, pull off to 10, slide up to the 12th fret, and hammer 14 and 16, come back to the 14th fret, come back to the 12th fret, slide back to the 10th fret, and then hammer the 14th fret, pull off the 12th, the 10th, back onto the B string, 14, 12, 10, 12, 10, and slide back to grab that G sharp, and hammer on to the 10th fret, giving me my A root note to finish. So a nice catchy little look that fits easily into a two-bar, into a little two-bar space, the kind of thing that you can use as a little legato fill. Right, moving on to the third idea. Now, this is where we're going to expand these concepts of scale fragments across 3 octaves. So I'm going to start with what I would think of as the Locrian pattern. So this is starting on the 7th note of the scale, which is G sharp. Okay, the guitar is protesting somewhat of this, but we'll continue on, carry on regardless. So what I'm doing here is picking the 4th fret, hammering the 5th fret and 7th frets, giving me G sharp, A and B across the low E string, C sharp, D, E, 4th, 5th and 7th across the A string, then the F sharp on the 4th fret, D. So that's my scale idea, and my 6 notes. See if we can cure that. So I'm hammering my way up to 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4th fret D, and then 7, 5, 4, 5, 7. Back to my F sharp on the 4th fret with the D. I'm going to slide that up onto the 6th fret. And then I'm now doing the G sharp, A and B notes, but I'm doing them an octave higher. So I've taken my G sharp, A and B and finished up an octave higher. So playing through the line. And now I'm going to repeat that entire line an octave higher. So I'm starting now on the G sharp on the 6th fret D. So 6, 7, 9 on the D, 6, 7, 9 on the G, 7 on the B, and then that's 9, 7, 6, 7, 9 on the G, back onto the F sharp and 7th fret B, slide up, and now I'm moving into the 3rd and highest octave, starting off on the G sharp here on the 9th fret with the B, and hammering 10th fret and 12th fret, giving me the A and B notes. So, lower octave, middle octave, and now we're going to go into the higher octave and start from here on the 9th fret B. And unfortunately, of course, I now can't go to an F sharp because I've run out of strings, so I'm going to have to move horizontally and grab the F sharp note here on the 14th fret of the high E string and hammer my G sharp, A notes there on the 16th and 17th frets of the high E string. So my higher octave, So when I run all these together, and that's a nice 3-octave run, so I'm going to just break that down a little bit. And now a little bit more speed. So there we go. Right, third and fourth and final lick, assuming the katana doesn't protest too much. Now this is back to pentatonics, but with a little bit of a twist. So we're in B flat. Now I've nicked this straight from Big Distortion, which is off, I think, Shape-Shifting album. So there's my basic scales, and what we're doing here is we're viewing B flat Dorian as B flat minor pentatonic, but with the added second and sixth, C and G notes, just to give it a little bit more flavour. And here's the lick. And here's the lick again, played properly. So what I'm doing, I'm starting off in sort of classic rock Jimmy Page territory. Turning it off and back on again, shall I? So I'm starting bending the 8th fret G, and then up to the 6th fret on the high E, and then I'm just pulling my way off down the scale. 9-6 on the E, 9-6 on the B, 8-6 on the G, back up, 9-6 on the B, 8-6 on the G, 8-6 on the D. Then I'm going into Dorian, hitting the 8th fret on the B. That's getting my G note, my major 6th. 8-6 on the G, 8-2-6 on the D. But then I'm going to pull off to the 5th fret, and that gives me my major 6th in there. Slide down to the F on the 3rd fret. Hit the G again, pull off to the F, slide down again to the E flat on the 1st fret. And then I'm back to pentatonics. 6th to 4th on the A. And I'm going to, that 4th fret note, that's my D flat, that is my minor 3rd. I'm going to quarter tone bend. And then we're down to the 6th fret or 1st fret A for the root note to finish off with. There we go. So I hope that's been of use. I apologise for the sound difficulties. The Katana Mini is clearly playing up today. It's got something wrong, something it's not happy about. So yeah, we'll have a look at that and see what's wrong. But yeah, hopefully that's been of interest and of use. Do please remember to like, share and subscribe. Click the little notification bell for reminders, and we'll see you next month for Eric Johnson. So get practicing those pentatonics in big groups of 4, 5, 6 and 7. And yeah, see you then. Take care.